So, hello everybody, this is English commentary, and I am going to be cooking some lasagna today. And what we have here is the basic stuff you need for some lasagna, okay? Also some cheese. You have some cheese out there. So all you need is, me, and that's my special ingredient, some meatballs. Need some lasagna noodles. You could get oven ready ones, or the regular ones you have to cook first. I'm lazy, so I get the oven ready ones. We have some tomatoes, one large tomatoes, or equivalent to one large. I bought Roma tomatoes because they're more fresher than the other ones today. And we got two ragu sauce, and these are 700 mils each. I probably will use like one bottle and 1.5 bottles. And then we got some onions, one equivalent to one large one, or two small ones if I had here. Some carrots, I'll tell you what those are for, and some mushrooms, and of course some cheese. Mushrooms you don't need, but I always like some mushrooms. Try to get some fresh ones, like the white ones we have here. Otherwise, yeah, to you, okay? So I got some two pans heating up over there. Oh yeah, you need some ground beef as well. I got some ground beef thawing over here. Other than that, there's your... So step one, you gotta brown your ground beef here. It's gonna add some flavor to the sauce. And also some meaty goodness, okay? Put a little bit of oil in there. After you're done doing this, you wanna drain the ground beef. And I got a pan over here heating up for my meatballs, okay? So step one, brown the ground. After you brown the beef, as you can see, the beef is pretty brown now, so it's pretty cooked. Not too bad. I drained the grease here. That's very important. We don't want much grease in our food. And I got tomatoes. My tomatoes here, and my onions here. I coarse chopped it. I don't like fine chopping it because if you fine chop it, you don't taste it as much. I'm putting a lot of meat in this lasagna, so I'm balancing out with a lot of vegetables. And I clear off a space here so you could cook the onions a little bit and the tomatoes. Get a sear on the end. That way it adds more flavor to the vegetables, okay? And after I do that, I'm going to add the pasta sauce. So I add a little bit of EVOO to this to, give get the flavor out of the onions, and also put a little bit of sear to the tomatoes so they have a little bit of flavor. Put some EVOO over here for the meatballs I'm going to cook, okay? So this is probably a little bit too hot. You see the steam coming off. I'm going to let it cool down a little bit, okay? In the meantime, before I add my pasta sauce, I threw some carrots in there. So carrots, that's the big tip I could give to you guys out there. Carrots, when you put it to your pasta sauce, you let it simmer for a while. It's gonna, absorb all the acidity in the pasta sauce. So it's gonna taste more sweet than acidic. So that's a good thing, okay? Yes. You can see I got my spaghetti sauce simmering here. We got two pasta sauce. Only used half. They just be good enough for one big lasagna, so that's good enough. I got my meatballs going on over there, so those look good as well. In the meantime, let's get my my trusty lasagna pan out here. So make sure if you get a lasagna pan from the store like this, you go ahead and wash it first because you don't want all that crap in it. My sauce is simmering here. I'm going to add a few things, okay? Some hot chili flakes, some fresh pepper, and a little bit of this Tabasco sauce. Give it a nice kick, okay? You could also use some oregano and some herbs over here. I'll probably sprinkle some of that in there. Don't go too crazy or you're going to overspice your sauce. I've done that many times, and it doesn't taste good. Time to put the lasagna together. So I had this simmering for about 10 minutes. It's pretty good when the carrots are a little softer now. So I've tasted it. Give it a good taste. If it doesn't taste good, then it's not going to taste good in your lasagna. Kind of makes sense, right? So just put a little bit at the bottom here, a little bit of sauce. More for more so that the lasagna noodles at the bottom can get cooked a little bit. A little bit more sauce in here. You don't want like hard lasagna because hard lasagna tastes like crap. So call it that. And then put another lasagna layer on. And I do that. Put some meatballs in there, cover it with little sauce. Another lasagna layer. Throw some of these mushrooms in. I've coarse chopped these ones. I find it a little bit better to get that little bit of bite in, so that's why I cut it in quarters. And yeah, that's about it. At the end, you throw the cheese on top. Use some good old mozzarella, and that's about it. So here's my lasagna. It's all made up. Got the mozzarella at the top. As you can see, it's pretty full. That's okay. When you cook it, it's gonna melt down. All the mushrooms gonna shrink and everything, and it's gonna be nice and good, goody. So you want to cook this at 350, which is whatever the box says. 350 for 45 minutes. The remaining 10 minutes, you want to take the foil off, and or for that 45 minutes, put the foil on, and then the last 5-10 minutes, take the foil off and put it on the broil so the cheese melts at the top there. You get a nice golden brown. Other than that, it looks pretty good. Hopefully I win tonight. And cheers.